the CFG Game Cast, episode number 223, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode and release it on all podcast services, so do us a favor and show us some love by liking, following, and subscribing to our YouTube channel, the CFG channel, or go to our main website, confreaksgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today, I got my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Oh, I had a very, very eventful morning. Got another cat. I know. Is anyone surprised? No. Smitty was a little.
You had the cats for the past 3 months. Or is it the same cat?
Davis,
or you have a different cat?
I got a new cat today. The black one is the new one.
Oh, that's not what that was?
We did trick you.
We went over this.
I literally told you that we were trying to prank you, and then you... Okay. Anywho, I have
this
three
is how
cats,
much he pays attention.
and, there she is. And one... Oh, why am I flicking it? And one dog. I have 3 cats now. Because we should have gotten 2 kittens together, but that didn't happen originally. So now we got Bashir a kitten. So Obi has Jadzia. Jadzia got Bashir. She don't want Bashir. So now we got Bashir his own kitten. It's a tiered event. They're gonna start a gang. I don't know. It's delightful, but I'm letting her chill out and hear different podcasts. It's a little hot. I feel like I haven't turned the air up. But I did play DBD this week. My spoopy crew had sworn off DBD for a while. Reasons being they said that it was not killer friendly anymore. And even doing
killer friendly, like as in how, I guess.
So, well, and that's what I asked. I was like, give me the details, because this is noteworthy and no one's talking about it. So basically they had made it so that it wasn't equal playing field for the killers with the survivors. So they kept giving new perks or updating perks that were previously one way to making them more, as they said, balanced. But my friends very, very harshly disagreed. They're like, absolutely not. It is not killer friendly, which a lot of people that I watch as content creators mostly play survivors, and they were having a blast. So I was shocked to hear that from them. This week, there have been a bunch of updates since then. I want to say, if Mayor can confirm, I feel like they swore off DBD in February. So we haven't played since February. So there have been 4 or 5 updates since then. We played this week. We did custom games like we always do. And we had a blast. I got my butt handed to me. New glasses so I can see better? Yeah, great, sure. I can see my butt getting kicked better. That's what that was. It was fun, though. We had a blast. Thursday, because I usually play with the Spoopy Crew Tuesdays and Thursdays. I've been offline lately. Just doing little check-ins with myself, mental health. Woo! But Thursday, I was not feeling well, so I didn't get to play. But we had a blast. It was a lot of fun, even with, 3 survivors, 1 killer. Was that? Or did we have 4? Nope, we have 4 people in our Spoopy Crew. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It felt balanced to me. I survived twice out of however many games we played, but the boys are also really good. I suck. So survivor or killer, I'm awful.
Well, that's good.
Well, feel that.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
I definitely understand.
I can't even juke.
I can't even play the game. I've had the game forever and I've never played it.
You know what? I have the best clips from JTZ when he played with us and he was joining our Spoopy Crew once a week. He was playing the chainsaw killer. And he couldn't figure out how to stop. And so you would just hear across the field laughing hysterically. He was like, I don't know how to stop. It was great. It was fantastic. One of my favorite all times that we played DBD. I think Nightmare Peter Pants. So did Drago. It was hilarious. It was fantastic. But yeah, so I guess we're not swearing off DBD anymore is the whole lesson learned there. So yay.
So there you go.
I think that's how I met Keathil and AJ.
Yeah.
Playing DBD with Vic, Midnight Victoria.
Yeah. Which is funny because I feel like AJ, the only games I've ever played with her, well, that's not true. I played a handful of stuff with her, but Fortnite duos, we won a lot. And then DBD is, I miss AJ. Yep. I need to call that girl.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but Lex.
Man. Yeah.
You know who is the master of, excuse me, the master of the automatic shift on a car?
I do. His name is
the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Not a whole lot. Same old, still got this thing in my arm. Hopefully, had a bunch of shenanigans with the doctor. Hopefully, early next week, I will be able to get this out. I feel way better. Doesn't matter. We just wrapped up with the, I got my draft sent over for the final shape review. I've been loving what they've done. Like everything kind of rolled in together from launch 3 days after the raid happened, 18, almost 19 hours after that. The final mission was unlocked once the raid was beat. And then they kicked off with Echoes, the first episode, on Tuesday. So everything has been, my focus has been on Destiny 2 gaming wise. I really haven't played anything. I feel bad. I totally completely forgot about Helldivers 2. I haven't played that in the grip.
I haven't heard anybody talk about.
I know.
He hasn't played it either.
Yeah, there's so many games.
It could just be fatigue because there's just so much stuff
fatigue.
constantly coming out. Yeah, so
yeah,
we're old, we're tired. What can I say?
Yeah, well, and they said themselves too that they're gonna dial back on the amount of updates and stuff like that, which is smart because again, you see people have gotten burnt out. New games are coming out and stuff like that too. So people are setting aside those old faithfuls to play some of the new games and bang through those. So lots of updates, especially with Summer Game Fest going on last weekend, I think it was. A ton of updates and things that are going to be coming out here in the following months. So not surprising that it's dialed back a little bit, but other than that, I haven't really just kind of been doing just IRL stuff a little bit, still getting into the swing of things and chilling really. We got a stream in, but it was Destiny 2. Yeah. So yes.
Fun fact, if you get the A-OK to get that thing out, I know how to take it out. If you
stop, Lex. Stop it, Lex. Stop it, Lex.
I took out my line and I took out my friend Jessica's after breaking. I was tired of it. I didn't need it. The nurse was taking too long.
No, I understand. No, I don't want to. I'm gonna do some crazy shit. Like this, it bleeds too. Like it'll bleed out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
it's in a vein, right?
Apparently it goes up to here.
Oh my God,
it's like 10, and mine's a shorter one. Mine's only 10. Usually they go directly to the heart.
Oh my God!
Or they hit you right where your vagus nerve is, and so that they get that big old blood pocket. Maybe that's why
I had no idea.
But yours is shorter. That's easy. I mean, it doesn't feel good, but just close your eyes and I'll put a pad on it and pull it out.
No,
I'll let the nurse do it. I appreciate the offer, but
cat nurse.
I'll stick with the trained profession.
Okay. That's what I'd offer. Also, I take out stitches. It's $5 per stitch. You're welcome.
Legs.
I have gloves.
Oh my
and medical
God.
scissors.
Oh my God.
No, I don't have to. No. I appreciate the thought, but that is pretty extreme. I am over it though.
If you were getting a little antsy, I got you. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully.
I am.
Hopefully we'll hear some good news next week and you don't have to be dealing with this anymore.
I'm blowing that doctor up first thing Monday morning.
It's been 2 months essentially, right?
They tried to make him an appointment for next year. Excuse me.
Or July.
Next year.
In July.
Next month.
Oh, that still feels like a year away. Who cares?
That would make it 2 months of this thing being in my arm.
That's not good either, though.
Yeah, it was the beginning of May when I got this in.
And they haven't redone the line?
What do you mean? No, a nurse comes every week and
I know flushes it and all that, but they interesting.
Oh, you mean the line that's inside of me? No.
After 2 weeks, they switched sides on me.
Oh, really?
And they had to redo it, and then they have to do the stupid because they
that
do
sounds
they use the ultrasound. Yeah, I watched it. It's
fun.
That may sound like
if
they had to switch the lines, that either maybe they said like the vein is about to collapse or something like that, or something that was like, or it wasn't getting enough.
I mean, granted, I do faint now, so that could be why. I don't know.
Could it be because you took it out yourself?
No, I took out the short one. I didn't take out the long one. I took out the short one. All right, listen here. No,
I was gonna say, my nurse said she can't even. She said that she can't take out ones that are on the chest. She's like, that's above my pay grade.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Stop.
It's easy. She's just nervous. You can't do any damage unless you just rip it out, and don't do that. You go slow.
But anyway,
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, I can't even imagine it either, man. But it's ridiculous.
Knowing it's this far up my arm, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah,
I had no idea. I thought it was like sitting like right in here.
Sir,
like
I lived with a permanent tube in my scalp. In my neck. Chest. Like, listen.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna take any chances. I wouldn't take any chances either, though. So I definitely understand where you're coming from on that.
What happened to Smitty? How'd he die? Ask
it was Lex's
it's her fault.
Yeah, ask Lex.
What was his dying wit? What was his dying words? What was his dying words? She's told me it was easy.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's what happened.
I ain't going out like that. I ain't going out like that.
Oh God. But as for me though, like I've been I just did the live stream for the Xbox showcase at the beginning of the week, which was I have to say, that was a really good showcase. It was
that was a banger, dude.
I would have to say it was probably their best showcase in a while. It's been a long time to go with it. Now, don't get me wrong, like almost half of those games were literally going to be multi-platformed, but the exclusive games, which I have been contesting that that's what they need to show. They came in full force, and I think that's exactly what I was wanting them to do. So I mean, to say that, I mean, a Perfect Dark, who would have thought that? I cannot believe they're making they're finally doing that.
I don't know anything. Right? So what is Perfect Dark?
That was an N64 game.
It was a game that came out in N64 back on back in the 90s.
I played Mario 64. That was it.
Yeah, so that's a seasoned IP that we haven't heard from in like 20 years. I mean, it's been crazy.
Why are you aging us like that? That's disrespectful.
It is what it is. But
bags under my eyes are doing plenty of aging us up.
Hey, I just got Cat some cream that'll fix that. Put it on. You're welcome. It's the retinol one. It's little.
Yeah, I know about that stuff. I dated an esthetician.
So,
you're welcome.
And then on so it was funny on Sunday. So that was a cool stream. Thanks for stopping by for that one. That was awesome. I did on Friday. Been busy this whole week, so I barely got any time to stream. I barely had any time to play any kind of games and stuff. But I did on Friday. Decided to get back onto V Rising. And finally beat that boss on my own. So that was a fun nice. A fun one. But I'm like, but it was funny because but it was a complete fluke, and I am not going to fight that boss again. And I thought I had to fight him again because something dropped and they said like, hey, you should be able to do this. And I was like, wait, no, it didn't drop. So what did I do? It's like, oh, you might have thrown it away. And they're like, did I throw it away? It's like, oh my God, to go through all this whole process again. So, but luckily, no, I'm good. So I'm just saying goodbye to that stupid thief boss. Boss. So yeah, so essentially,
when I get there,
dude. Okay.
Did Adam help you with it all? Because I know you said you were stuck. I was like, ask Adam. He beats everything.
Dude, I ask Adam every time I play, and not once. Okay, really? so not once.
He's been working
every time I ask
at night.
Like all the people that I ask every time when I say, hey, I'm going to be in on this.
Yeah.
Not like maybe the only person that has come by.
You know
again
that we're
is
older
Eyes.
people. You gotta schedule that shit out, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not scheduling nothing.
Man,
what
do you mean?
I'm done.
I don't want to hear you complain about people
days
not
and
being there.
times.
I'm just assuming.
You got to be available when I am.
Yeah.
Right. It's your fault.
What I'm gonna do is like I'm just gonna assume that this is gonna be a one-player game for me. I'm not gonna ask anymore. I'm done.
I did try to convince him last week. I was like, he's playing V Rising and he needs help. Go get him. And he was like, No, you didn't ask, and I'm not
I
feeling
had
good.
too much work to do.
Yeah.
I had
No, I mean it's fine. I'm just
He worked
but
till
like
10:30 twice this week.
Yeah.
I was like, "No, you've been eating all day. Get off the computer." And his boss was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you didn't eat." I'm like, "What do you think he did all day?" He was like, "Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I'll get off with him now." I was like, "Yeah, you better."
Yo, that's funny.
I got pull on Draco.
Yeah, so now I'm able to get into chapter 2, so I've been working on that a little bit.
No. Nice.
And
nice.
So then but other than that, it's been pretty cool. I know it's gonna be really busy July and maybe next month or so, because I know there's a lot of stuff that's coming to be happening. Oh, and I also signed up, which I'm praying to try to get into the closed beta for a new hero shooter called Fragpunk. That game looked actually pretty good. This was a hero shooter that was revealed at the Xbox showcase. That has that uses cards and then first person shooter kind of aspect. So
what is it called?
Or Overwatch. Fragpunk.
Oh.
So I want to try that.
I missed the trailer.
Yeah, that trailer.
Adam was talking about that.
Yeah, it looks really good. So I want and then on top of that, the Marvel Rivals trailer the Marvel Rivals closed beta for the PS5 I think comes out in July too. So man, it's gonna be a lot of craziness. Like even the first week of July is Once Human. I think the day on the 3rd or on the 2nd or the 3rd. Then it's what's it called? The final not the final shape. Yeah, I forgot. It was a new shooter. The one that you played before in the past, like earlier this year. It was in beta. That looked really good.
He's under NDA, sir. I'm just kidding.
I forgot what it's called.
I mean, he is, but
I can't remember.
I played.
No, Smitty.
Smitty.
And what's his name? And some other folks played. Oh, why can't I remember? Anyways, another shooter is going to go to and stuff. And so I mean, and then also freaking the Erd Tree expansion for Elden Ring is coming out and stuff like that. It's just nonstop in July, man. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see how that's going to go. But anyways,
before me.
Yeah. Anyways, but I know we don't want to talk about just all the upcoming games that's coming in July and what our workloads are going to be like. So let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic in the world of video games. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry. And we do not want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners or viewers on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and on Twitter, brand new now, to be a part of the conversation. So if there's something you're wanting to chime in about, by all means, just type it inside the chat. We would love to discuss it with you, and we will go from there. So, Lex, why don't you bring it to the table?
I get to go first. All right. So everybody knows what Starfield is, right? Do we need a recap? Bethesda released Starfield, and it's been out. We've been promised 4 years that we were. I mean, when was Starfield originally released? Does anyone remember off the top? Last year.
In September.
So people liked it, but there quickly was not enough content, right? And at this point, not a lot of content creators are playing it anymore. There's nothing really new. And the fixes that people on their own time for free have been modding, essentially now Bethesda is saying, well, guess what? We're going to come out with mods, but you have to pay for them. And they immediately got review bombed. And Bethesda's done this before. They just essentially come out and say, well, you guys don't like our game anymore. And then that's why we're getting review bombed. No, that's not it. You're getting review bombed because you made promises and then turned around and put everything behind a neat little paywall. And that's when people are going to get pissed. Okay. Yeah. Let me read a few of these comments just to give everybody a feel for what's going on. There is more entertainment, immersion, personality, exploration in 1 square foot of Cyberpunk 2077 than in the whole 1K plus planets of Starfield. Do not support garbage games. Again, we've repeated this over and over. Show
that
these
sounds like
developers. What?
That just sounds like Twitter. That's just
Yeah,
what that
it's
is.
it's a Steam review, but show these developers with your wallets that we're not going to take it anymore. Just buy Cyberpunk 2077, or if you need the Fallout age scratched, New Vegas, since it wasn't made by a trash fire company who does maybe 10% of actual work and the rest is fixed by the modding community. Someone said, I love this game, but the starships are useless, bases are useless, planets are randomly generated, boring mess of stale assets. There's a bunch of interesting missions and places, but it's just... And paid mods now? Go try No Man's Sky or back to Fallout 4 or better, New Vegas. Though I loved this game, I'm now writing a review coming back from my 5-star. Why would you put things behind a paywall that other people fixed for your game before you decided to do it? And a year later, no. So I don't feel bad for Bethesda. This isn't the first time that they've done stuff like this, but a mod behind a paywall like that, these are fixes that you as a company promised you were going to give these people that was going to be included in the game, and now it's behind a paywall. I don't think this was a mistake.
Wait. So wait, are you saying so the mod that they were saying that they were going to add in the game to make it better, they decided, okay, they kind of reneged on what they said, and they said, okay, no, if you want this mod, you have to pay for it?
So essentially, and
what is the mod, and what is this specific mod? I'm not familiar with
most of them. So, basically, here, let me. I give you better. So they were supposed to come out with an expansion, but there's also little things and glitches that they were supposed to fix, and we're still not going to get that. It still doesn't have a launch date. It's been over a year, but they put mods that people, like the players themselves, had done for free. So it doesn't say specifically, but where was it? Sorry, it's white writing. Even with my glasses, it's a little hard.
Because like this is what I kind of gather. Okay, 'cause depending on what the mod is. If they promised the public that they were going to fix something, and then they're going to kind of say no, like, you know what, if you want this fixed, you got to pay for us to do it,
right?
Then yeah, that's shady. That's shady as hell. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
However, I'm just saying that now if it's like a cosmetics mod, and then they're wanting to pay, and then the company is wanting you to pay for them to do it, I mean, I don't see the big deal unless they're not allowing the public to make their own mods still. Now, if they say, so if the public is being limited to not being able to make their mods and stuff like that, actually, that's the reason why when someone asked me, oh, what do you think of Bethesda being bought by Microsoft, and then is that going to be on PlayStation more? I'm like, okay, good, because it was terrible on PlayStation. The reason why PlayStation wasn't so good was because they didn't allow people to mod, and so if they're going to go with this approach too, then there is a big problem with that, you know.
So I'll read directly from the article. Starfield is the latest title to face the wrath of gamers, but it's not for a valid reason. Oh, I'm sorry, but it's for a valid reason. Wait, I was like, what? Recently, Bethesda Game Studios opened up official modding tools on Starfield and introduced elements like the Creation Club, which has previously surfaced on Fallout 4 and Skyrim. However, in typical BGS fashion, some of the mods introduced as part of the platform update were tucked neatly behind a paywall, which naturally angered fans worldwide, thus leading to the review bombing. So it's not just one mod or two mods that are fixing glitches. They basically put it behind a creation wall, and they're like, yeah, we know you modded that already, and you can do it again, but you have to pay us to do it.
So let me ask real quick, is this update, because this is where I'm getting kind of confused. Yeah. Is this update not a free update? This is a paid update? Or they had an update that is free, and then Shattered Space is going to be the major update that is paid?
Yes.
So
that's exactly how that was supposed to
go.
go.
Off the trailer of Shattered Space Expansion, which was revealed long before the game was released, still does not have a launch date. I don't think Shattered Space is a part, like I think it's a DLC that you'll have to purchase outside of it. But they basically, like, again, you can do mods for a ton of games, and they have them for free in their other games, like letting people do their mods on Skyrim and all of that. But on Starfield, you have to pay to do it now.
Okay, but Blue Spear on Twitch just said here that the way that he understands it is players made mods that fix bugs and glitches, and now Bethesda is like, you can make some money out of this and put these mods behind a paywall. Is that
that's
those two different
people
things?
Have to opt into putting their creation behind this paywall that Bethesda
is going to
has created. So they're basically wanting a cut of money for something that they had nothing to do with, haven't worked, and they're offering the incentive to these mod creators to be able to make some money.
Well,
is my understanding that correctly?
I'm thinking two different things here, because like what you're saying is something different than what I'm interpreting, because what I'm interpreting is that to make the mods inside this game, Bethesda put a paywall behind the tools to do it, right? Am I right? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, so now it's not all the tools, but certain tools or whatever it is. Now I'm not familiar with this.
Just the ones that you need to make shit good.
Exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yes. To fix the weird shit that goes on.
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to allow, because like it'd be weird, because you remember that's kind of like how some people were making secondary businesses in Fortnite, and that Fortnite was like frowning upon because they weren't getting paid. So I don't think they want to have that situation.
So I don't think they're paying these modders for these mods. Yeah. They're saying you can pay us. Here are the tools to do the mods. You're welcome. Like it's like somebody giving you a compliment and then telling you're fat in the same sentence.
Well,
it doesn't.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This is what this reminds me of, because this is like how, I mean, first off, when you're saying Starfield, Starfield has always had mixed opinions. Even in fact, that if I remember correctly, Starfield was my worst game of the year last year. On the pick,
I get my S's weird. I'm like, is it Starfield or Skyrim that you didn't like? But yeah, I think it is Starfield. You gave
Starfield because Starfield was half-assed comparatively to what they did. It was supposed to be Skyrim in space, but then we got half of what the content of what you could have done in Skyrim than what you got in Starfield. Everything was very repetitive. It was what was my big issue. Now, what I'm understanding on this is that. And I mean, correct. I think they're all okay. So if that's the case, if they're going to be hiding you, if they're trying to find the backdoor way of charging the community, the people who are loving this game or loved this game, to do that, then they definitely need to downvote the shit out of it. Because what makes what's funny when someone says Bethesda is Bethesda's being Bethesda, it's because. Because the community is what makes it as strong, makes the game as strong as it possibly is, because they always have to make a custom thing to fix whatever the jumbled up garbage that Bethesda made for it. And now you're saying, not only that you're allowing putting a price to that.
You got the privilege to work on our game.
Yeah, I know, right? Can you imagine? It's weird. It's because fix it. Yeah, it's like, okay. It's like, can you imagine if you were an editor of a website or whatever, and then you allowed the community to write whatever they wanted to write, but then you tell them, oh well, if you want to be on our you're gonna have to pay us like $10 for to do it, even though or $10 to proofread the issues and stuff. Like, what is that? That's like what kind of, that's like a reverse help. It's like, oh, let me fix this for you.
And I'm still kind of confused because I read a separate report that talked about a mission being locked behind a paywall within the Vulture thing, and like it's $7, but the currency. You can't get $7 by dollars. You have to get $10, kind of like Bungie did. Yeah,
that's Microsoft has always done.
They do that all the time, though. Is that new? Unfortunately not.
Like, but that's part of the free update thing, though. That's not even a Shattered Space stuff.
No, Shattered Space
where's
doesn't
that
have a
coming
launch
from?
date.
And like, where does that come in to all this? Because I thought this update was free.
No.
So when they were talking about missions being locked behind a paywall, I was like, what do you like? Again, I think this is, and we've been seeing the cuts from Microsoft as well. Maybe Bethesda's over here trying to make some extra ducats to make themselves look good so they don't have to cut in places, because it's only a matter of time if Microsoft continues. Their culling hasn't ended yet. There's still yet to be more things that happen on that side of layoffs and things like that. So maybe this is Bethesda trying to do something. But I swear, dude, Bethesda literally takes their fans, they shit all over them.
They really do.
And say, you get the privilege of playing our piece of shit game. Oh, you want a Pixar game? You're going to have to pay us for the tools to be able to do that. You should be grateful. Insane, man.
Blue Spear just said sorry, go for it. You can go.
It's okay. Blue Spear's, good job, buddy. He says, so the update is free, but the content of the update, not sure. So, great question, Blue Spear. Thank you for coming. And thank you for asking. Starfield's latest update since launch is now available. The May updates include more detailed surface maps. Apparently, not really. New gameplay difficulty. People are saying it doesn't matter because it still sucks. And display settings. The new features for ship customizations and more. And that and more is that you pay us with this free update to get the moderating tools to now do the mods that you guys were already doing and giving out to your friends of our community for free. But now you have to pay us.
Doesn't make any sense,
That's
man.
Crazy, right?
I'm like, I'm.
What are y'all doing?
You know what I'm doing. You know, we should really make a segment when we get to these kind of stories.
Just
with
Bethesda being Bethesda.
Yeah, just the downvotes on Steam. Just to read some of these downvotes on Steam, and some of these downvotes are pretty wild. But like the whole thing is just like.
And I read the mild ones.
It's I really hope that this is going to be that this is It sucks. It's like they
at this point, dude. They showed me everything about them during Fallout 76. I was like, Bethesda does not give a shit about their fans.
No, they come out. They've come out multiple times and say our community hates us. The community doesn't hate you. They hate that you put these games out that are supposed to be beautiful masterpieces, and then you take a shit on them. Literally.
Like 76, I heard has gotten better, but then again, at the same time, it's taken like 7 or 8 years for it to do that, and then not only that though, too, on top of it,
it's still broken.
I think the biggest thing with Bethesda is that you just got to take you just got to like just not put it on a pedestal than what people like to put it on, because the biggest when 76 came out, they said, oh yeah, all these updates are going to be free, don't worry about any of the things like that. Then the next year, we got a new paid service for 76 that's going to for any of the updates and stuff. So you basically just changed your mind and within that time, and basically just lied to everybody in their face. But anyways, but like I said, take it for the grain of salt that it is. Starfield, I think, is a completely overrated game. And then now on top of that, though, too, to say that this is unheard of process for Bethesda to do this, it really isn't. So so you should.
I was a Doom player. I don't play Doom anymore. Do we want to know why? Examples A through X right there, I loved Bethesda. I loved Bethesda Studios. I loved the ideas and the creations that they come out with. I hate the fact that they take too long to fix things. They don't seem to care. They blame it on us and say that, well, you guys hate us. Then why the fuck are you fixing it? Why are you coming out and berating us when we're saying, hey, do you mind fixing this weird glitch we're having that we can't continue with the game? And they basically go like this.
Well,
if you're not watching, I just flipped
when they said that the bugs, when they basically said that the bugs are a feature, that told me everything I needed to know.
When did they say that
about them as a company, dude? It was like during their marketing shit, or I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something. It's somewhere along those lines, dude. That shit came out, and it was just like that's unbelievable. Terrible. Like they will say it to your guys' face. They will say it to their fans.
They know it won't matter. They know they're going to still buy their game or something like that.
Dude, it's
that's
wild.
What's crazy. But anyways,
wild.
I have that article.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So
the article, the quote is, "Bugs in the game is a part of the experience. Is that experience trying to be Cyberpunk 2077?"
That is insane, dude.
That's
to try to
crazy.
sell the bugs as part of the experience.
We're not
That is
talking about
insane.
like giant cockroaches. No. Like your foot going through a planet, things like that, you know?
It's so funny though. That's the way they're going with it. But anyways, but they didn't have an official date, but they did say it's coming in the late 2024. So for Shattered Space. So yeah. Well, but you didn't watch the Xbox showcase.
I did not. But
my
my article doesn't say that. So that it still is up in the air. So
yeah, it's coming.
They
it's
say
coming
things will
this
come
year.
out in a year, but that always gets pushed. So that's
knows?
probably why they didn't say it. You know?
We don't have an official street date, but we know we have a timeline. So that
street date. I like that.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So we don't get
allegedly,
sued. Again, I like Bethesda. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Quit doing that. Knock it off. It's like a bad kid. Like I feel like I need to spank somebody and put them in a corner. Like, knock it off. Hello?
I don't know. But anyways, there you go. All right. Well, my topic, I want to talk about BioWare because BioWare really needs a win right now. So they basically kind of been flopping since almost 10 years now. When you really think about it, it kind of sucks when you think about it because like you got Mass Effect Andromeda was a bust, and then you got Anthem that was also a bust. Then the massive delays of their upcoming IP with Dragon Age, which the whole Dragon Age thing is weird because originally they had one name. They said Dragon Age is coming.
Dreadwolf.
It was a Dreadwolf originally, or did they change it to something else? Okay, so yeah, then for years they like, okay, we're going to officially call it Dragon Age Dreadwolf, and we're like, okay, cool. But then not even a week before they announced the thing, they said, oh no, we changed the name. It's the Veilguard. It's like what? Yeah. Like what is going on?
Crazy.
Good. Why would you do that?
I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know what it is. So that's my topic is Dragon Age, because I love Dragon Age. I don't know if y'all played Dragon Age before. Have y'all played Dragon Age?
I played a little bit of Inquisition. That's the only one.
I don't think so.
Inquisition. Okay, so yeah. Well, I mean, Inquisition was a good one too. So, but I played the first, second, and Inquisition, and but I don't know how much you played, but it had a style to it.
I did
not much. Okay, so it does have a style to it. There was a move, there's a feeling, and there's a deal of like a feel to the Dragon Age universe, which is kind of dark a little bit, a little bit moody. The system, the battle system was cool too, and everything. Now, I am fine with change. Final Fantasy 16 was a completely different game than any other turn-based game that any of the Final Fantasy series and stuff like that. And then there's a lot of other games you can go compare it to that has changed massively to what it is. But the change that I'm seeing in Dragon Age, and this is what I'm it's a little worrying to me. So on the Xbox showcase earlier this last Sunday, they showed the premiere of Dragon Age: The Veilguard. They had the video cutscene of how the game is going to look like, and how the game is going to go is that you're going to be a group of 7 people that'll make a team, like a misfit team to fight the evil in the area. Now, how the game style, the game's look itself looks nowhere near to the story that you would never look at it as a Dragon Age game. Like if anyone who's a fan of the series will look at this, it looks a lot brighter. This looks a lot different than what you're normally going to do. And then I'm like, oh wow, it's like, okay, we've been waiting years for this, and this is what we're seeing. It's kind of a little unsettling, but you know what? Let me just see what the gameplay is. Maybe the gameplay is gonna give us a different look of this. And I saw the game. They actually have a gameplay trailer that came out, and this game does not is throwing some red flags to me. Like I don't know. I mean, I'm going to keep the open eyes still, but still, man, this does not look like if you didn't call it Dragon Age, I would be surprised you would call it something like you can call it its own separate IP. It doesn't even feel like the style or the story of it. So like the game, they showed a 20-minute gameplay trailer of the game itself. This is more like an action-based RPG. Like so it's like a hack and slash kind of deal without now I don't know if there's going to be any of the relationship the relation, like how you were supposed to walk around and you had to do your side things by like increasing your friendships and things like that, but how this looks like it's on a railway that doesn't feel like their emphasis is the story of what Dragon Age is all about. And like even like what's going on in it was like, this doesn't even feel like Dragon Age at all, man. Right.
I don't know much about Dragon Age, but I feel like the doom and gloom is missing.
Yeah, it definitely does. It looks
a little too bright and fun.
That's what it is. And that's the big thing. The doom and gloom is missing.
Yeah, it's like expecting a moody teenager and they come out of their bedroom super happy for the week, and you're like, "What did you do?"
Yeah, I have no freaking idea. Like, I don't want to be pessimistic because people were literally waiting for years for the sequel to come out from Inquisition. And if this is what it is, let me try to skip to see if I can go past to like a battle sequence. Cause like
it literally looks like its own IP.
Yeah. Here's the battle sequence of it right here. So this is just like, the look of this doesn't even feel like that they care about. Well, given this is a demo, so we don't know if they're going to show any numbers or anything like that, or how the battle system works. But like how you see the normal, like if you look at the HUD on the bottom left hand corner, with like the health bar and like the mana and stuff like that, very simple abilities and things like that. It just feels like a regular action-based game than what the whole lore was for freaking the game.
Do you have footage of a previous one that we can compare to?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to reference because like this looks like a game I would totally play.
Yeah. I'm not saying
this doesn't look like Dragon Age.
I'm not saying that it may be a bad game. It just doesn't. It's just not the style of Dragon Age. And
I need a comparison. I need to be able to see.
Fair enough. I'll look it up. But what do you like? But while I do, what are your opinions of it? I know you don't have a frame of reference, but like
I do a little bit. I've watched people play it a long time ago, like mid 2000s, so like 2009, 2010, whichever one that one was. And I watched them play for several hours. Again, it's missing that doom and gloom element. Like it's still a little dark and pessimistic-y looking, I guess, but it doesn't have that, like, it's hard to explain it. He'll pull it up in a second, but it really is missing that doom and gloom. It's like having, how do I relate this to?
I say it's like
having a friend that's depressed and then they get on antidepressants and you're like, oh, everything's great and happy now and sunshine rainbows. It's very.
Oh, better yet, it's like Speed 1 to Speed 2.
Yes. That's a good one. We're aging ourselves, but yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's exactly. It's night and day difference. It's okay. So here's what this is Dragon Age. This is the first Dragon Age.
Yeah. Don't forget we're on a delay.
And I can speak on the fact that I do feel that BioWare needs a dub here. They haven't done anything. Their last thing was, I think, Anthem. And that went horribly. I feel this is, I don't know what their financials look like, but, could this possibly be something that makes or breaks them as a company? I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh, wait, let me just go to Dragon Age. Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah, I mean,
battle.
That looks pretty similar.
Okay, this does not look similar,
it's
dude.
Not, just wait.
What do you mean, dude? I'm not seeing it, bro. I'm not seeing it.
This is how battle was in the original Dragon Age Origins. So like, but like how if anything closest to it, it was kind of like how Knights of the Old Republic played. I don't know if you played Knights of the Old Republic. Did you?
I did not.
Okay,
I did.
God dang it! You're making this as harder than it has to be.
I know.
Sorry. I know what you're talking. I mean, like this still it looks like an action RPG, but you have that top-down element. It looks like they went into like a third-person view.
The difference is, but the big difference is though is that you're playing you do have a full team, you have a full squad now. To say from what we have seen, to be fair, I don't know if that will change. But how that looked. But you didn't have full control of your guy. You tell your guy to attack, and then he had his own timer on attacking the things. So
I got you.
Yeah, this like the real stuff, like how it's pausing in the middle of it. You're telling you're going through them and telling each person to do a spell and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that is quite a change then.
Yeah, it's quite. But I'm not saying I hate. Okay, so let me be clear. I'm not saying I hate the. I hate the game because it's doing that. I'm just saying that like what Lex is saying is that the facade of Dragon Age, the whole deal of Dragon Age of like of everything just doesn't match up to to everything. Like even like how like Inquisition and stuff like that it still felt like a Dragon Age game, you know? So like but this feels like it could be something else, you know? So something like that says, wow, it's a neat Fortnite trailer. Yeah. But
correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I've only seen like maybe 4 hours of it. Every time I felt like the person I was watching would come across an actual dragon. They were always like in a dark cave that they had to be exploring for quite a while.
Yeah, it was super dark.
Right? Yep. Like the dragons weren't just like, hey, it's sunlight and we're sunbathing like kitty cats. You know, in the trailer, I was like, oh, there's a dragon outside.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be sunbait? Like what's happening? You know? Yeah. It looks cool. Now, my thought was, okay, maybe you get your squad after you do like the first 2 hours to get through, you know, whatever
story context thing or something like that, maybe. Yeah.
And it's your like, hey, this is how you play the game. And it's at like first 2 hours. And at the end of it, you get like your squad or whatever.
I mean,
maybe.
You know what? Even if it is, this is not something I would. This is something I would not spend $70 for. I mean, I just
$70 game.
Yeah, it's $70
That's
game.
Insane.
So like, this is not something that I would ever say like, yeah, I want to pay full price for this because this is not. I mean, this like for. I think what's annoying.
Game Pass?
I don't. I think it will. I think it will be. I don't know. I can't remember.
And I will be playing it.
But I'm just saying that, like, I think how this game, like the delay, the wait, the people, the size of how important the sequel is, of this doesn't feel like it matches up to what the community, like the level of the community's, like, you know, expectations of it. Like the story better be like, I mean, but the biggest thing about it is like, you know what, do this. I don't care. However, if you change the story to something so different than how this game is, because this does not match the energy at all to Dragon Age, then I mean the story better be like has to be A+, has to be top tier for them to justify a change like that, is all I'm saying. So
to answer Smitty's question, at the Xbox showcase, they would have probably said if it was going to be first day. It's an EA game. So usually it's 9 months to a year before we get it on Game Pass.
Don't they have a problem? Wait, don't they have a deal with EA though? With EA Play? Isn't EA Play a part of, like, you know, with Game Pass?
Don't try to confuse me with big questions.
I know at one point in time it was. I don't know if that's something that's still a thing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Simple. We'll say, like, we'll be day one. Let's see. Let's just find out. We'll be day one. As simple as that. We have the internet.
That's what I googled. People said no.
Let's see.
Did you Google it? Yeah, I googled it, and it didn't come me.
I didn't.
No, 4 days
It is
ago. No,
very
Dragon.
apparent. It's very apparent that you did not know.
.esports.com. No, Dragon Age: The Veilguard will not be coming out to Game Pass at its launch.
Okay, so
That's okay. I'm fine with that.
So
Which
you're
is,
gonna take your time.
again, if this was Game Pass, yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
If not, I'm pretty sure I have Inquisition, so I could always go back and play through.
I think it's probably better for you to
I'm not-
play Inquisition before you do play that.
Are you serious?
Well, yeah,
Probably,
because Inquisition is
This
a
is a
good
direct
game.
sequel, right?
This is supposed to be a direct sequel to everything, dude. Like they all connect.
Oh.
Well, theoretically they all connect. So time frame. Like I mean, you don't need to play the previous ones to play this one because they're like there's giant time skips, but but they all connect. So but no, I advise to play Inquisition. Inquisition was a good game. So if you've tried it out, give it a good old college try. The best probably frame of reference for you, since you've never really played any of the other ones, would be to play Inquisition first before you play Veilguard, and then you'll be like, oh wow, this is a weird transition, And
then go back and watch the movie Speed 1, and then watch Speed 2.
Exactly.
No, I remember jarring.
Yeah, so
movie makes Adam Parsik.
that is such a funny. Like, I mean, we'll see how this is going to go. Yeah, we'll see how this is going to go. Hopefully, it's going to be something that's going to. I really hope I'm wrong. I seriously hope I'm wrong about this.
It just doesn't look like something I would pay $70 for. Number one. EA is kind of on my shit list right now. Number two,
it's always going to be on the current.
And number
BioWare's
three,
get yelled at
what? Yeah,
by the internet.
Oh no, poor guys. I feel bad.
They
sometimes.
mess it up, they are gonna get yelled at.
Oh my god! Yeah,
they're gonna come out and be like, "There's a season pass." People are gonna flip desks.
You guys because then they're gonna be like, "Well, look at Anthem into this. If that's hot garbage too, then I feel like BioWare is done." Maybe not, but
I don't know, dude. Like they haven't had a banger in such a long time that it might be. It's possible.
I always wonder when games keep flopping, how do some of these guys stay in business? Like I just where are you getting money from?
Or
who's bailing you out?
They managed enough to be able to, from something that they had a hit from, use those funds to fund a separate or another project or something.
But to be fair though, it's not like BioWare didn't get hit by those layoffs. I mean, BioWare lost a bit of their staff from that. So. So they're probably on a short list is what I would say.
True.
So who knows?
I wish them the best. It looks like a cool IP. Does not look like Dragon Age to me, but
so
again,
so they didn't
what do I know?
They didn't even fully announce it yet. So they said they're going to announce some more information at Gamescom. So we're not going to see this until maybe 2025. So, but we'll see. We'll see how this is. But
why are you talking about it now, then, David? Now we have to wait.
Well, does it matter? We've been waiting for Dragon Age.
I know.
So we'll see. But anyways, Smitty, why don't you close us out? And what was your topic?
So we talked about this I want to say a year ago or so, but basically Discord natively coming and being integrated into PlayStation and the PS5. Well, that is going down. They've been testing for a grip and they are officially rolling it out. They didn't say a specific date. They just said it's going to start rolling out in Asia and basically make its way west. It'll be in the EU, and last will come over to North America and South America. What that time frame looks like, I don't know, but it'll come down as a PlayStation 5, I believe, hardware update. I want to say this is going to be huge, though. Obviously, with more games that have crossplay and stuff like that, we're seeing more and more people being able to play together. And if you've ever been on something like that, it doesn't have it. I think PlayStation's one of the last to actually get Discord integrated. Mm-hmm. it's difficult to try to play with friends and speak in chat or have Discord. You got to have a phone or earbuds, and like it's a pain.
Yeah.
It's a pain. So
Double
this is going to be
earbuds.
huge. This is again another W for Discord.
Double earbuds is just the funniest thing to me. I never thought about that.
Dude, that's what I used to do when I played Monster Hunter. Yeah. I would have an earbud and my phone in my lap, one earbud, and then I had to make sure it was the one with the microphone, and then my earbuds, and then it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
So is this available now, or is it's coming?
Not really. It's being rolled out.
No, I think it's still currently rolling out. They've been beta testing for a grip, and they're going to be rolling it out fully. They didn't state a particular date. They just said basically North America is going to get it last. So it could be super soon. It could be towards the end of the year. I don't know. But it's coming out at some point in time with that next major PlayStation update. And it's super easy. If you've done any kind of connection, you go into Discord connections, connected to your PS account, and then within the PlayStation, there's like a tab or button that you go to, and then it basically brings your PlayStation 5 into Discord. And then you're able to talk with your friends and not have to worry about earbuds in your ears and stuff like that.
Okay, so I just want to make sure. So when you say that so will it activate on the PlayStation so you don't have to have it on your PC, or do you have to have the PC Discord open for it to work? You know what I'm saying?
No. It'll directly go into Discord on your PlayStation. Mm-hmm. So like you can like basically like see what it says. So it says, now that your Discord and PlayStation accounts are all cozy and connected, it's time to talk with your Discord friends on your PS5. This is via the Discord blog. On mobile, slide up the voice controls and you'll see a new button that says join on PlayStation. On desktop, the button looks sort of like a phone and a game controller next to each other. Next, you'll be asked to choose which console that you want to transfer your voice conversation to. Gamer magic happens in the background, and boom, your PS5 is where your conversation takes place at. So on console, you'll be able to use all the familiar controls from Discord, mute or lower the volume or of others while you get a snack, blah, 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 blah. See the name of voice channels and all that stuff. So you'll see the had those controls natively on your PlayStation side for Discord.
So, okay, to put this, like, let's say I'm on a Discord call with Smitty on my desktop and we're going to play PlayStation. I'm not able to just go over to my PlayStation and it pulls it up in Discord there. I have to end the call with him on my desktop and then go in there. Whereas like if I'm on my desktop and then I walk out of the room, I can easily just switch it to my phone. You're not going to be able to do that with the PlayStation 5 from what I have read. And you don't have to have a desktop. You don't have to have it on your phone. You could just have Discord connected via PlayStation, but it's through PlayStation that you have to start the call. You can't start the call somewhere else and then go to your PlayStation and it just magically be there.
Would you have to create your... No, I understand what she's talking about. She's talking about like transferring the call itself in the different kind of in a kind of roundabout way. Essentially.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, but I mean, okay. So, I guess so. Would that mean that when you own your server that you're connecting to? Obviously, that's the big gain for it. But but like, does that mean on your server you should create like a designated thing specifically for that? You know what I mean? Like an area that says game and chat, whatever, specifically for a PlayStation server. Or
no, I don't think it's going to be like
I think you can go into any. Yeah, you can go into any chat as if you were in Discord. Is my understanding of it. Yeah, I don't think there's any kind of like special thing. Again, I won't know because I've never had my hands on it. But at least according to their blog, that's how I'm taking it.
Well, I'll say this though, because like I've detested like the community chat features, the voice chat features on PlayStation for years. It's not like
they're not that great.
It's never been good. And like, no. and I've always wondered, like, I was like, wow, when Discord was coming up, I was like, wow, it would be kind of cool if Discord decides to be like the people to do this, you know? And then, like for year, and like by now, I mean, like you said, PlayStation's last to do this, but they've gotten in partnership with like Xbox a long time ago with that. I don't know if the integration is there yet, but I know that they've been.
Oh yeah, no, that's been there. I think that came in like last year.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I know it's there, and I was like, okay, this is so much better than instead of worrying about like, you know, some stupid snot-nosed kid that just randomly comes in and just, you know, acting a fool. I don't go to
in-game chat rarely anymore, dude. It's just toxic and trash.
The first thing that you do on Helldivers 2 is mute the chat. I mean, the voice chat. That's the first thing you do. It's funny because everyone, and like, it's like an unwritten rule. It's to that point. So like, so what's even better is that now I'm just thinking about it. Can you imagine like you're playing Monster Hunter, like when Monster Hunter, comes out? And then you'd be playing that on PC players and not worrying about, oh, this person's on PlayStation, we can't talk to them and stuff. You just have that one communal way of chatting. I am looking forward to this. This is gonna be awesome.
Easier.
Yeah. Just kidding. Very much so.
And that's what I would be on Discord call with, was when I was playing Monster Hunter World. I would have my phone earbud in, connected to Discord on my phone, then my headphones over. And then my PlayStation microphone, because I was also in PlayStation calls, and then I would go back and forth with certain people on Discord who weren't. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, it is a whole thing. It's terrible. Yeah, this is huge. I've been waiting for this.
So we don't have.
I feel like I don't play my PlayStation as much because my friends are on PC and Discord, and I have no way of being able to communicate. I feel like this will actually get me to play PlayStation games with my friends more, where I don't have to be necessarily sitting in this computer chair, sitting in front of my screen. I could be chilling in my bed in the bedroom, you know, playing or whatever.
You know you have a phone, right?
Yeah, why?
You could just get on your phone and be on Discord.
Discord on your phone, mobile. Discord mobile.
I like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't like doing that. What are you talking about? We already talked about the
I know. Also, 2022 was when Xbox got Discord, so it's been
a 2 years ago.
Wow. Okay, so there you go. So it's just, of course, PlayStation.
Welcome to the club, PlayStation.
Yeah. But what's the date? We don't know.
It's basically PlayStation thinking that they can take care of it themselves in house. As always, it's not the case. So
and realizing, nope.
Yeah. So good. I just wish they have a date because I'm definitely looking forward to it. I want to know if it's going to give you incentives if you're a Nitro player or if you're a subscriber. If you get any kind of incentives on that, that would be pretty cool. Because I mean, Nitro's starting to get up there in price now too. So. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, that's cool. I mean, looking forward to it. The possibilities are endless there, and this is a good thing to have. And it just seems like every year, it just seems like Discord's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which is great.
They're making moves. They've been making moves for a little bit, dude. Like they're kind of like, because I think ultimately their goal is to also include like live stream, like being a live streaming platform. You know, an all-in-one built-in streaming platform like that, which they've positioned themselves, you know, fantastically. The community is already huge. Why the hell not?
I just love the fact, because remember, Microsoft put in a bid on wanting to buy this company, buy Discord a couple years back, and I'm so glad they said no to that. So, yeah, thank God. Okay, well, that's awesome. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll just pray to God that we get this soon. So, folks, thank you for listening to episode number 223 of the CFG Game Cast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. As always, we will be back again next week with a whole new series of different kinds of topics. But if you did miss out on this episode, that is perfectly all right. We do release it on all podcast services at the each and every beginning of each and every week. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices. Ooh. Yes, guys. Also, be sure to check out the we're getting a brand new episode of What Do You Think Spoiler Cast. We're going to be doing Avatar Season 1 this week, as well as the hopefully check out Smitty's review of Destiny 2. I'm actually really looking forward to the review of Destiny 2 because like I am not a Destiny 2 player, so I'm just going to go by the eyes of Smitty, which is going to be very interesting. If I should trust that, but we'll see. I'm just kidding.
You should.
But guys, once again, this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing out. Y'all, take it easy.
We love you. Bye-bye.